Get ready with me while I talk about the train wreck in Ohio. No, I do not mean the derailment, I'm talking about myself. However, the derailment in East Palestine, about 50 miles from where I live, is a serious topic. Please look it up if you do not know about it. I'm just not gonna get into it right now. So there's a viral video of me running through my driveway. It was posted as a sarcastic clapback. Since I'm unable to give details about that situation for the time being, trolls have decided to slander my name and take things completely out of context. Since I can't address that issue right now, I'm gonna tell you a story about the only time I almost got in a fist fight. And maybe by the end of it, you'll kind of understand who I am. Side note, I bought too light of a foundation, and then this is supposed to be a light BB cream, but it's actually kind of dark, so I mix these together and it makes perfect color for my skin. So in 2012, I was a bridesmaid in my cousin's wedding, and I was a single mom to a 1-year-old daughter, Evangeline. I just started dating Kyle at the time, but we lived an hour away from each other. Anyway, my cousin's getting married, I was a bridesmaid. Long story short, there was a falling out with another bridesmaid, and she was not going to be in the wedding anymore. However, we needed her dress because it fit me and we couldn't get one in time. But my cousin also had a pair of her cowboy boots that she had borrowed. So my cousin, her fiance, and myself arranged to meet up in a very small country town grocery parking lot with this fallen out bridesmaid and a friend of hers. Since it was not an amicable falling out, they felt they needed backup. Now my cousin decided she was gonna stay in the car to not get into any fights. My job was to take the boots and the money for the dress. We were going to pay for the dress. Take the boots and the money, get out of the car, exchange the boots and the money for the dress, get back in the car, we'd all leave. I was given strict orders by my cousin, who I do not want to be on the wrong side of. No matter what, do not let go of the boots unless I have the dress in my hand. We're in the parking lot, we see them pull up, the actual bridesmaid girl gets out of the car, I get out of the car to go do the exchange. She gets pissed, she doesn't want me, she wants my cousin, she wants to brawl this thing out. And I said, listen, we're not trying to start anything, we just want to make this an amicable split, let's go. She just refused, walks over to my cousin who's sitting in the car, makes her roll down her window, and she's like yelling at her through the car, like, come on, we're gonna do this. My cousin is trying her hardest to ignore her, but this chick was relentless. At some point, she brought me into the conversation because she hated me our entire lives, because I'm loud. So she starts dissing our entire family. How we're all psychopaths. She yelled across my cousin's lap to her fiance's face, something to the effect of, well, your marriage is never gonna last because she's a psychopath, or something crazy. And that is when my cousin saw black. The next thing I know, she jumps out of the car. The two of them are fist fighting, going at it in the parking lot. And then the ex-bridesmaid's friend gets involved to help her, and I am standing there holding these boots. I was torn. There was a lot going through my head right now. First of all, I was a mom to a single child. I was not about to get arrested for fighting in a grocery store parking lot, and like, who knows what would happen to my kid. Also, I was given strict instructions. You do not move those boots. And I'm also not a fighter. Also, my cousin beat the shit out of both of them, and she didn't really need my help. So as I'm standing there watching this happen, holding these boots, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, my cousin jumps on the ex-bridesmaid back, and then that friend is like beating on my cousin. At that point, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw the boots back in the car, and then I'm gonna try to help and do something. As I turn and I'm running back to the car, that's when her fiance is like, all right, I better get involved now. He gets out of the car, grabs my cousin off that chick's back, they both back up, and he just grabs her, and she is like, furious, but like rightly so. Puts her in the car, yells at me to get in the car. I still have the boots and the money, and she still had the dress. I don't know whatever ended up happening with those boots, if she got him back. Luckily, we were able to find another dress in my size. It came in time. But the reason I'm telling you this story is because I am not a criminal. I am not a physical fighter. I've actually never been in trouble a day in my life. Not even a speeding ticket. I wouldn't even help my cousin who was in a physical fight with 2 people because I was so afraid of what would happen to my daughter. I've been a mom since I was 18 years old. Literally every adult decision I've made had to be with a child in mind. I'm a lot, I know, I don't claim not to be. If you don't understand or like my humor and stories, that is okay. Just don't watch them. Instead, people are obsessively following me on multiple platforms, even paying to see content I produce. If you don't like my content, that's fine. But all I'm doing is sharing stuff about my life. Who knew that there were so many strangers who were experts on it? I share my stories because it's therapeutic for me and it helps other people feel less alone. Crazy that I almost let you take that away from me. The moral of my story / mini rant is people are gonna talk about you no matter what you do and take things completely out of context. I know who I am and I know why I've done what I've done. I am a mom before anything and everything, but that does not mean that I don't get to have something for myself. That's what living Richardson is. My slice of me. Doesn't mean I'm a bad mom. It doesn't mean I'm a liar and a fraud because I happen to be good at community theater. Don't let the haters get you down. My family has never let me live down the day I did not drop the boots to help my cousin.